I'm a trans girl and I just wanna pee in peace, but I'm afraid someone will see me and then call the police. I'm not some pervert attacker, I just need to empty my bladder, so I'd really love it if you let me be. Repeat after me. I'm not afraid of my trans friend. I'm not afraid of my trans friend. I'm really afraid of cisgender men. I'm really afraid of cisgender men. I will let you pee in peace. I will let you pee in peace. Because I really don't want a UTI.
Welcome to my channel, Outspoken Samantha. If you are new here, welcome. I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. And if you're returning, welcome back. I truly do appreciate your continued support on my channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. So I think most of us would agree that a part of getting older is realizing that one of the keys to being happy is to stop caring about what other people think of you, because you can't control what other people think of you. Now, as a kid, I understand that that is a really difficult thing to deal with. When you have kids that make fun of you, when you have kids that find something about you to poke fun at, and as much as your parents tell you that it doesn't matter what other people say, it is really hard to let those things go.
Sticks and stones may break my bones.
And I'm sure that most people listening to this video probably have a personal experience with bullying. I was bullied as a kid. I was very tall, very skinny. I had no shape to me whatsoever. I was taller than all of my friends and all of the boys. And I remember a specific time going shopping with my mom, and I think I was about 13, 14 years old. And I tried on this skirt and this shirt, and I just remember looking in the dressing room mirror and just saying, I'm shaped like a pencil. I also had really crooked teeth, which is just another thing that kids liked to pick on me for. I also remember an incident when I was in like 4th grade. I was out on the playground with my friends, and this boy came up to me and said, "You are the ugliest chick I have ever seen." Kids are just mean. They can be really, really brutal. And I have 3 kids now, and they have had minor run-ins with bullies. Thankfully, nothing too significant, and hopefully it stays that way. But kids have said mean things to them. They've said things that have hurt their feelings, and I have to tell them, I'm sorry that that person said something that you didn't like. I'm sorry that they said something that made you feel sad, but I really can't do anything about what other kids say. And sometimes kids are just going to be mean, and I can't stop them. I can't do anything about it. But what I can do is raise my kids to be confident and comfortable with who they are so that what other people say doesn't affect them. And I also tell them, guess what? Even adults can be bullies, especially in this era where everything is said behind a keyboard and people often forget that there's a human being on the other side reading their comments and the nasty things that they say. People say mean things to me all the time, and I honestly don't care. I honestly do not care what other people think of me, because my self-worth is not based on the opinions of strangers. I think it used to be this understanding that in your development from childhood to adulthood, you realize you can't force people to like you. You can't force people to agree with you. You can't force people to say certain things about you. And honestly, you shouldn't feel like that's something that you have to do in order to feel like a worthwhile human being. But this seems to be an underlying theme of this growing group of people that call themselves trans or non-binary or one of the other 967 identities that there are now, and I really don't think that that's an exaggeration. These people seem to think that it is their right to go around with this new identity and yell at people and force us to call them whatever it is that they want to be called, and we're not allowed to have an opinion other than praising them for their bravery and cheering for them in whatever it is that they want to do in this space. But honestly, if they were really secure in who they are, they would not feel the need to yell and scream at people. They would just go about their daily lives and not worry about it. This person decided to go into McDonald's and start yelling and screaming about their trans identity and make sure that everybody else in the space is as miserable as he is.
Trans rights! I am a nut muppet, darling. I am a muppet. I am a muppet. I'm a trans muppet. Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights, darling. I stand for myself. Trans rights are human rights. Gay is not an insult. Trans rights. Don't you You come at me for being gay, bitch.
Clearly, this person is not okay, and being misgendered at McDonald's is the least of his problems. But honestly, this person could have just walked into McDonald's, ordered the Egg McMuffin, and sat down and enjoyed a meal just like everyone else. No one is denying them access to their establishment. Nobody is denying them service at the restaurant. Just go in and enjoy your rights just like every other human being in there. They can't do that. It's not enough just to lecture people about their pronouns. It's now their right to make everybody else as miserable as they are. This person decided to go around to several different restaurants and give people a hard time about not referring to him as a woman.
I use she, her pronouns. I'm not sir. Yeah, like it's like a knife in the heart. I did specifically ask ahead of time not to be called sir. Yeah, I'm just going to go. Okay. The Sweetwater starts at...
Yes,
okay.
Sir? I'm so sorry. I apologize.
It's just always like a knife. It always hurts every single time. I was wondering if there's a manager I could talk to about something that happened. Yeah, I was called sir. Oh, okay. It just really sucks every time it happens.
You know, I always find it wild when someone is ready and waiting with their camera in the perfect position. Nothing says I'm secure in who I am than setting up a camera and recording myself knowing that no one believes I'm a woman and I'm going to get a lot of footage of people calling me a man.
I'm picking up your sarcasm.
It's almost like clothing, hair, and makeup don't make you a woman. And it's actually incredibly insulting for these people who call themselves trans to perpetuate the idea that these harmful female stereotypes are what make women women. This person went around with their camera intentionally looking for ways to get footage of being victimized. And this is one that went viral over the holidays of someone just giving this Delta Airlines an employee a really hard time about their pronouns. And honestly, like, is there anybody that should be given more grace during the holidays than airline employees? Like, just get your ticket, get your bag, and get going.
And what about when a Delta employee misgenders you intentionally?
While he's talking, you're talking.
You just misgendered me again.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Gotcha.
Both of you have.
Sorry. Wasn't intentional, but if you want to take it personal, that's also...
Well, she did do it intentionally twice.
You're talking to me too.
You said she and then you said he.
You're being condescending, and if you want to continue, I have Port Authority escort you out the building right this moment if you want to play that game with me.
Okay.
Would you like to continue 3 days before Christmas? I really don't mind.
I'm good. I'll just put this on.
I'm sorry, is your harassment worth losing your seat on the airplane? I didn't think so. Just get your ticket and get on the plane. But he was ready to record. Like I said, they know that they're not women. They know that people can tell that they're a man, and they know that they're going to get video of someone questioning them. They know that they're going to get footage that promotes how victimized they are. Not because they are, but because they're the only one in the room who is clearly living in fantasy land. And I love how this employee handled it. He wasn't mean to him. He didn't bully him. He didn't yell and scream back. He didn't harm him. He didn't threaten him. He just said, hey, is this something that you want to do? Because there are consequences to that. Like, you're going to lose your seat on the airplane. So we can stop playing this game. You can stop getting in my face. You can stop being a pain in the butt, and we can just move on. How about that? I just don't get it. These people lose their freaking minds walking around, going out of their way to destroy any shred of happiness that anyone around them might be feeling completely unnecessarily. What they fail to acknowledge is that most of us, another aspect of getting older is that you don't care what the people around you are doing. We don't go around paying attention to what people are wearing or how they're dressed or how they look or what they're doing. We just want to get our own crap done because we're busy and preoccupied with the things going on in our own lives, and we don't have time to deal with this crap. And if they just went about their business, they would be just fine. But every second of every day is spent worrying about what every single person around them is thinking. Every time someone looks at them or is anywhere in the vicinity, it's constantly on their mind. Am I passing as a female? Am I passing as a man? Is that person judging me? Are they looking at me? Are they thinking the right pronouns? And it drives them absolutely crazy. So they need that verbal confirmation from everyone around them that they will call them what they want to be called. It's pretty much the only way that they can think of to find any peace in what they're doing. And this guy even tells you not acknowledging someone who identifies as transgender in public is also transphobic. So we're not allowed to just go about our daily lives.
It's that thing you experience as a trans person when the person, usually like, you know, you're getting food or you're at a store or whatever, people, rather than be directly transphobic to you, they just kind of ignore you and do the absolute bare minimum. So we're going to talk about that and how to deal with it. Avoidant transphobia. It's a weird topic because it's not the kind of thing that people really think of when they think of transphobia. You're used to like the in-your-face, the misgendering, people being mean to you. But in a lot of ways, the biggest harm someone can do is just to pretend like you don't exist. Because what they're really saying in those instances is you don't exist to them.
I'm just going to clear this up right now. I spend most of my life in public ignoring everyone. I want to get my stuff done. I don't want to have to stop and have small talk with people. I'm not, believe it or not, I'm really not a super social person. I don't enjoy it when total strangers start talking to me. I mean, I'll be nice to people if they start up a conversation, but most of the time I don't acknowledge anyone. And I feel like most people are like that. We are so busy. We have so many things going on. We don't acknowledge anybody. It's not just trans people. This person is acting like it's just transgender people. It's just men in dresses that we're not talking to, that everybody is talking to everybody else except them. And that is how narcissistic they are. They truly believe that the world revolves around them. Thankfully, this lovely young lady has given us just the perfect response to all of this. Just real quick, there's a caption or a comment or something that she's responding to on TikTok. It says, "He misgendered someone and you calling the LGBT plus community rainbow bullies is homophobic and makes you as bad as him. How would you like it if someone referred to you as he or him?"
I'm so excited that you said this. Okay. First of all, you just assumed my gender. Second of all, I don't give a fuck. I know that probably bothers you, but the difference between us is that I don't base my emotional stability on the validation of strangers. I know, rough concept, huh? And by the way, there's nothing wrong with me accurately defining a group of people as rainbow bullies when they are literally notorious for throwing temper tantrums and lashing out at people who think even minutely different from them. And I have personally been called things so much worse than a rainbow bully. So if that is gonna be the end-all be-all for your whittle feelings, then I think you need to go take a trip over to Super Weenie Hut Jr.
We love her. We just love her. The moral of the story is, guys, you can't force people to say what you want them to say. You can't force them to like you. You can't force them to be your friend. You can't force them to do whatever it is that you need them to do to feel better about yourself. You just can't. And if you truly felt that this was your true self, you wouldn't need them to. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Please like this video. Leave a comment below of some kind, even if it's just an emoji, because it does help me in the algorithm. My goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is in 2 months. So help me get there. That would be amazing. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.